Welcome everybody. Let's take a look at the market. The first thing we're going to look at is the Dow Jones Transportation. This is the daily chart. The daily has gone meteoric. I guess, well, meteors usually come down to the earth. So we'll just say it's gone into blast off mode. You can see back here 4, 5, 6 days, 7 trading days ago, we went to positive momentum here. Get us plus indicator triggered here. And yeah, the Russell, well, we're going to see the Russell 2000 as well. But yeah, this is very, very powerful, right? Very bullish. You can see momentum is way up here. So a big reversal here. So money's moved into transportation. We're going to see it's moved into the cheesy stocks on the Russell 2000, right? Big money move into the lesser stocks, right? The questionable stocks. I think there's just this false sense that the CPI from last week, the 0.1% improvement in CPI, is highly overestimated, that somehow that's going to turn into the Fed's going to cut lending rates, the little companies are going to do great, and everything, they've saved the world. That just, total baloney. I think we're going to get absolutely gobsmacked with high inflation. And I don't think the Federal Reserve has a snowball's chance in hell to save the economy with some little cheesy 0.25% rate cut. The market may respond, and whatever, we'll trade whatever the market gives us, but that's not going to save the United States of America, guys and gals. And no, like I said before in other videos, I'm not trying to be the gloom and doom guy, but I don't think cheesy little 0.1% CPI improvements and 0.25% rate cuts by the Fed lending rate and the jerk-offs in the Fed are going to do anything about saving this nation from the massive $35 trillion in debt. Just ain't going to happen. And I said before, I think 2026 through 2033, somewhere in that area, we're going to see an absolutely massive collapse in the stock market. 30, 40, 50%, I don't know. There's going to be some type of massive collapse. Because you can't hold up the stock market with toothpicks and bubblegum forever. Now here, getting back to the daily chart on the Dow Jones Transportation, it is very bullish. Now you can see here, let me just check this date. I think it's still July 30th. Yep, July 30th is a cycle low here. And you can see this is like clockwork here. Look at this, bam. 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 Every time it's been spot on for most of these cycles. So I have reason to believe that July 30th, first week of August, we're going to see a decline here. All right. How big of a decline? I don't know. I really can't say. The whole marketplace is completely skewed. Well, we're at all-time overvalued ratios, right? The overvalued ratio is off the charts. The GDP is nuts. All right, this is a seriously contrived market. Like a 5-year-old, okay, a newborn calf can see that, there's something seriously wrong with the marketplace. I think we have, like, as I mentioned before, I think because this inflation is right on the verge of runaway inflation, and I believe the stock market shows that, right? It's a reflection of that. So it feels like it's good. It's kind of like a sugar high, right? It feels really good, but then you get the crash. And I think that's going to happen. I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow. I'm not like these guys who put out these videos on YouTube and they have an elevator with a fire behind it every day. And they're always screaming the banks are going to fail tomorrow and the whole world's collapsing tomorrow. That's all clickbait nonsense as far as I'm concerned. But, they make money off of that clickbait junk. I try to keep it real on this channel. Which, by the way, if you want to become a member, stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you how to do it. So that's my take on the Dow Jones Transportation. It's strong right now. It's bullish. And there's a cycle low for July 30th. We're going to see how big of a pullback we get there. But right now, this is really strong. Let's look at the Russell 2000. What do you know? Same thing as the Dow Jones. These two, like, I've been tracking each other. Almost identical. This is absolute blast-off mode. Now, why are these gaps here? Because the Russell 2000 overnight, the futures trade, right? If you gotta remember, futures trade 23 hours a day. So the gaps are overnight trading sessions where the index is only during intraday, right? So you can tell overnight there's been just huge buying pouring into the Russell 2000 futures. And in the morning, of course, the index reflects that. All right, so today we got up to all-time, I think it's an all-time high. If it's not, I don't know if it is. I'm not going to go all the way back. It doesn't matter. It's a high in recent times anyway. It may be an all-time high. If not, it's certainly a high in recent times here at 2198 today, almost 99. We could get up to 2400. You know, who knows? This thing could absolutely take off, right? It could get way the heck up here. It's very aggressive right now. Very bullish, as you can see here. Cha-ching, bullish. SMI is pretty lofty here at about almost 80. So, you know, can it run out of gas? You know, we got this very steep thing going on here, kind of happened here, but this one's way more aggressive, right? This one's more aggressive. There's big old gaps going on. But there was a gap here too, a little bit, some similarities, but not the same. Okay. But this cycle is very strong. Why do I say that? Because here's your low. Look at this cycle low. It's nothing, just track sideways. Same thing we saw in the S&P 500. It just tracks sideways. That's very bullish. Okay, no significant decline down in here, right? Not like this one. Okay. Now we saw on the Dow Jones Transportation that there's a low, like kind of like right here. Somewhere in this area. Okay, that timeline. So we may see this kind of run out of gas here and roll over. Okay, which would be approximately kind of getting close to the middle of this big cycle here, right? This big cycle goes all the way out to September 23rd. So Russell 2000 kind of has this odd cycle thing going on that doesn't really line up with the rest of them, right? It's just different. Let me see. Let me go back here. Let me get a time frame of like, yeah, days, fine. We'll do like 20 years. Let's go back here a little bit. We're not going to go back 20 years, obviously, but just going to go back a year or two here. Yeah, we've looked at this before. I mean, these cycles are just absolutely monsters, Bill. Look at this. This down into there, here. This cycle in the Russell 2000 is absolutely amazing. They've been just crazy spot on. Here, a little early there, here, right? That one right there, bam. This one really didn't materialize, right? It just didn't really happen. You know what this one reminds me of right here, guys? It reminds me of this one right here. See how this one didn't really materialize either? It kind of just took a little dip here and then took off, gapped up a little bit, and then went to the moon. That's what this reminds me of. And then a huge decline over 2 cycles. Well, cycle and a half. Okay. The next cycle was a pretty big decline. So we may see something like that. Okay, not sure yet. Okay, now that we've looked at that, Russell 2000, Dow Jones Transportation on fire. Let's go look at the S&P 500 futures. So that red candle, this is the daily chart for the S&P 500 futures. That red candlestick literally was the cycle low for July 11th. It happened. There literally was a cycle low there. That's it. That's your cycle low. Okay, we call that boom. Bull. That's like so bull. That's a whole lot of bull. Okay, you can fill in the blank. Okay, the bull something, right? Because this type of bullish activity is extreme. Okay, but nevertheless, there it is. That was the cycle low, that candlestick right there. Okay, and when I saw this going on, I knew this cycle was going to be a monster cycle. All right, the next one's August 22nd. Okay, at least according to my charts. Now, there's probably a big cycle in here. I've been talking about it before, which is more like right here. The very end of July, beginning of August, kind of right in this area is a cycle low. Okay, you see the SMI trying to roll over here. Big Mac Daddy D still extremely strong. Look at this thing way up here at 77. It is absolutely monstersville. Momentum is still extremely strong. Look at this SMI, Stochastic Momentum Index. Never got to the bottom. Huge. When you see that, go long. Okay, as soon as that thing turned right there, you just go long. That was 200 points from 5,500 to 5,700. Just go long. And this exact scenario plays out in the 2 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minute, the 5 minute. This exact scenario. Anytime you see the SMI do this and momentum is this strong above the zero line, you don't even have to blink an eye. Just go long. Okay, so anyway, there's a cycle low here, August 22nd. There's another one about August, first week of August. It's not on this chart, but somewhere right there. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. But as for the moment, you can see today we hit another all-time high, 57.18. Okay, so the S&P 500 is still in monster mash mode, and nothing's changed. I believe we are at the moment for now, and this may change real soon, but for the moment, I believe I consider this kind of a runaway market. It's just out of control. Yes, it's very profitable, but it's out of control. It's just gone. It's just, the market often isn't going to make any sense. This is just, does not represent true value of the top 500 companies in the 500 corporations make up the S&P 500. No freaking way. Not even close. It's just toothpicks and bubble gum holding up the freaking stock market. All right. I want to take a quick look at the weekly here for the S&P 500. So take a look at this number down here, nearly 204. And I believe that is an all-time high on the weekly chart for the momentum on the MACD. I keep track of this stuff. I've been looking at these charts. I've looked at these charts all the way back. If you go look at the Dow Jones Transportation, which is the oldest index in the United States, if I remember right, the Dow Jones Industrial is pretty old too, but the DJT is, I think, the oldest one, goes back to the 1800s. And you can kind of extrapolate a little bit the S&P 500. But in any case, going back for many decades in the S&P 500, this is the all-time high on momentum on the weekly chart, 204. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say the stock market doesn't represent the true value of the top 500 corporations in America. Not even close. Okay, not even close. Now we're way the heck up here. Look how far are we above this. Here's the 200 line. The SMI, Stochastic Momentum Index, it's kind of high here. It's not particularly super high. I've seen it higher. Like I said, there's 88 over there. I think there's some 90s in here somewhere. But there was at least an 88 here recently. Okay, so it can go higher. It can definitely go higher. So that doesn't necessarily concern me as if, hey, we've reached a peak and we're going to take a big tumble. But in all honesty, the market needs a tumble. It needs a massive correction. The stock market needs a crash. I'm just going to say it like that. The stock market needs a major 30, 40, 50% crash to set things right. And then you might have a realistic value to the S&P 500. Not like this shenanigans up here. With BlackRock interceding and all Fed doing shenanigans and, whatever. Just propped up BS market, guys. This is a propped up BS market. Again, of course, profit off of the market. By all means, do it. Just understand that this is not a real representation of value. And I think as traders probably don't really care about that. Speculative traders, which is a lot of people, they don't care. The days of traders being concerned about valuation have come and gone a long time ago. People don't care about that. They really don't. They just trade because the market's there to trade. It's all speculative. The days of doing analysis on and valuations on corporations, are they really worth it? Buy the stock, all this stuff. There's some people that still do that, but as far as S&P 500 goes, no one gives a damn. They don't care. They don't care that the United States is a banana republic at $35 trillion in debt. They don't care, right? They just trade what's in front of them. Let's switch over to the intraday charts and see where were the trades of the day. Okay, 5-minute chart. Trade of the day, really two huge opportunities, like no-brainers. And again, just trade what's in front of you. Super simple. The service provides this. This right here is a 5-minute chart that the members get. I'm just like a broken record. Here we go again. Me repeat myself. Okay, I don't know why people don't join the membership for $7.99, but whatever. Here it is right here. The Get Us Plus indicator, 7:45 this morning. Bam. It curls up. Momentum eventually makes good. And where does it go? All the way up to another all-time high. And if that opportunity wasn't enough, you had another opportunity here at 8:40. And look, what do you know? Just like I said, here it is, all on the daily chart, SP 500. Here it is on the 5-minute chart. Same exact scenario. Bends, it goes up. Oh, that's all you need to know. Momentum is positive. Go long. So even if you got in over here and didn't get it catched over there, you caught it later in the day. And babamski. What do we got here? We've got 10, 20, I don't know, 25 points. No reason not to make a bunch of money today, guys and gals. Huge money. You want to become a member? There's a link in the description right below this video. Read the instructions carefully. There's streaming charts, the 5 minutes, the 15 minute, the 1 hour, just one of them right in front of you right now. You can see the Get Us Plus indicators on here. Really good indicator, helps people time their trades. Okay. When you join the membership, just ask me in the main channel on the Discord server, hey, Get Us, where is the new members video? I'll give it to you. There's also streaming charts for gold. You can ask me about that. Okay, there's a nightly email that goes out every night. You get 5 different charts I send out every night to the members. There's 3 2-hour directional charts for the 3 indices, and there's a weekly and daily chart for the S&P 500 as well. There's so many great things for $7.99. I can't even cover it all. Okay, you easily, in my opinion, going to make your money back. The membership will pay for itself most likely if you're just patient. Okay, all right, that's it for today, guys and gals. Happy trading. God bless everybody. Talk to all real soon again next time.